upset about some of the questions. Will he do the next two debates? And Hillary Clinton today clearly relieved.
Did anybody see that debate last night?
And the Miss Universe who says Donald Trump body shamed her. And Trump tonight doubling down. Also tonight, the massive and deadly house explosion in New York City after worried emergency calls about gas. The battalion chief and father of three killed in the blast, 20 injured. And tonight, word coming in now of an arrest. The fires and the floods, the emergency evacuations, flames at least 300 feet high. And the floods, thousands fleeing their homes as a new system now takes aim at the Northeast. The outrage in Charlotte and the little girl and her tearful plea tonight. And the death of a major league star, the celebrated pitcher. And now the final text message is sent just before the accident.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and we begin tonight with the epic battle on stage, and this evening, the aftershocks. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton breaking the record set by Ronald Reagan and Jimmy Carter back in 1980. This was the most watched presidential debate ever, Americans witnessing a test of endurance. Not long after, Mrs. Clinton tweeting this photo backstage with the former president and her daughter, Chelsea. Secretary Clinton clearly happy with how it went. And tonight, Donald Trump, who in a rare move for a presidential candidate worked the spin room himself, he's now asking if something was wrong with his mic. One of his top advisors suggesting maybe Trump should skip the upcoming debates. And Trump himself now weighing in. Here's ABC's Tom Llamas.
Today in North Carolina, a victory lap for Hillary Clinton and some relief. That epic first battle now behind her.
Did anybody see that debate last night? Oh, yes. One down, two to go.
In Miami, Donald Trump more subdued.
It was an interesting evening, certainly, and big league, definitely big league.
On Twitter, Trump declaring himself the winner, but today, complaints about the questions and even about his mic.
I had some hostile questions, but my microphone was terrible. I wonder, was it set up that way on purpose?
The clash of political titans starting civil.
Now, in all fairness to Secretary Clinton, yes, is that okay? Good. I want you to be very happy. It's very important to me.
And what did Clinton call Trump?
Well, Donald.
He began confident, focused on the economy, speaking straight to his core supporters.
Look at Michigan, and look at Ohio, and look at all of these places where so many of their jobs and their companies are just leaving. They're gone.
Trump lit into Clinton, interrupting her 18 times in less than 10 minutes.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved over and over again.
Wrong.
But then Clinton started to pick him apart. When he was asked about his tax returns,
I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes when she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted.
Clinton then on the offensive, and Trump not denying that for at least a couple years he paid no federal income taxes.
So you've got to ask yourself, why won't he release his tax returns? Maybe he doesn't want the American people, all of you watching tonight, to know that he's paid nothing in federal taxes, because the only years that anybody's ever seen were a couple of years when he had to turn them over to state authorities when he was trying to get a casino license, and they showed he didn't pay any federal income tax. So if he's paid zero, that means zero for troops, zero for vets, zero for schools or health.
Later, Trump defending his discredited effort to prove President Obama was born outside the U.S.
I think I did a great job and a great service, not only for the country, but even for the president in getting him to produce his birth certificate.
Secretary Clinton.
Well, just listen to what you heard. It can't be dismissed that easily. He has really started his political activity based on this racist lie that our first black president was not an American citizen.
Trump ultimately criticizing Clinton for taking time off the trail.
You've seen me. I've been all over the place. You decided to stay home, and that's okay.
I think Donald just criticized me for preparing for this debate. And yes, I did. And you know what else I prepared for? I prepared to be president, and I think that's a good thing.
In the audience watching, Bill and Chelsea Clinton. Trump telling me he was going to raise the issue of the former president's sex scandals, but he held back.
I mean, I got everything I wanted to say. I got it out, other than the transgressions of Bill. And I didn't want to do it with Chelsea, who I think is a very wonderful young lady. I didn't want to say what I was going to say with Chelsea in the room.
And Tom Yamas live in Florida tonight. Tom, as you know, Trump advisor, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, clearly not happy with the debate last night. In fact, saying at one point that maybe Trump shouldn't go to the next one. What's Trump saying tonight?
Well, David, Trump and Rudy were down in Miami sipping Cuban coffee, and he was asked that today. He was asked directly, will you go to the next two debates? Donald Trump said, quote, sure. David?
Tom Yamas leading us off tonight. Tom, thank you. There was one more question to Trump last night about what he means when he says Clinton doesn't have the stamina, the look to be president. Clinton was ready to pounce, bringing up the story of this young woman, once crowned Miss Universe, when Donald Trump took over the pageant. She says Trump then humiliated her when she gained weight, sending her to a gym and sending the cameras too. Here's ABC's Cecilia Vega.
Today, Hillary Clinton boarded her campaign plane and walked back to meet reporters.
Are you concerned that Donald Trump will not show up for the next debate? Are you concerned that he won't show up?
Well, I'm going to show up if I'm the only person on stage. Well, you know, I'm the only person on stage.
Last night, Clinton was prepared to strike, particularly this moment when Trump was asked why he said she doesn't have a, quote, presidential look.
She doesn't have the look. She doesn't have the stamina. I said she doesn't have the stamina. And I don't believe she does have the stamina. To be president of this country, you need tremendous stamina.
The quote was, I just don't think she has a presidential look.
Wait a minute, Leslie, you asked me a question. Did you ask me a question?
Trump dodged the question, but Clinton wouldn't let it go.
He tried to switch from looks to stamina. But this is a man who has called women pigs, slobs, and dogs. And one of the worst things he said was about a woman in a beauty contest. He loves beauty contests, supporting them and hanging around them. And he called this woman Miss Piggy. Then he called her Miss Housekeeping because she was Latina. Donald, she has a name.
Where did you find
her
this?
name
Where
is
did you find
Alicia
this?
Machado.
Where did you find
and
it?
she has become a U.S. citizen, and you can bet she's going to vote this November.
Okay, good.
Yo fui la primera Miss Universo de Mr. Trump.
Minutes later, Clinton's campaign tweeted this video.
You are the new Miss Universe!
Alicia Machado's story, the Venezuelan beauty queen who won Trump's Miss Universe pageant and then gained weight and Trump's ridicule.
She weighed 118 pounds or 117 pounds, and she went up to 160 or 70. So this is somebody that likes to eat.
She says he ordered her to work out for the cameras, publicly mocking her again and again, as he did in this 1997 Howard Stern interview unearthed by BuzzFeed.
She was like an eating machine. I guess she ate a lot of everything.
Even today, Trump not backing down on Fox News.
You know, she gained a massive amount of weight, and it was a real problem. We had a real problem. Not only that, her attitude, and we had a real problem with her.
Machado now an instant cause celeb. But Clinton couldn't walk away from reporters on her plane without making one final dig at Donald Trump.
Anybody who complains about the microphone is not having a good night.
And Cecilia Vega with us live from North Carolina. Cecilia, many say they believe Trump did nothing to really hurt his core support last night. So the question for the Clinton camp, do they think she did anything to help hers?
David, they certainly do think she energized her base, especially with those comments about Alicia Machado. They think she got women with that one, but they now want to go beyond the base. Clinton and her top surrogates this week alone, David, will hit 9 battleground states.
All right, Cecilia Vega on the campaign trail every step of the way. Thank you, Cecilia. And in the meantime, we turn to other news tonight and to a deadly explosion right here in New York City, killing a battalion chief, a father of 3, after he was called to a home after gas fears, a 911 call. The explosion then shattering the home, a piece of flying debris killing the chief, injuring 20 others. Tonight, the investigation and now word of an arrest. ABC's Wjla is on the scene.
It's just moments after the explosion in this New York City neighborhood. Debris still falling, firefighters scrambling in a desperate attempt to save their battalion chief's life.
Oh my God.
Jenny Baez heard the blast and rushed over to the chaotic destruction.
I didn't know what was going on, if it was a bomb or an earthquake.
Residents in the area had reported smelling gas. Firefighters and the NYPD went to inspect after the gas had been shut off.
They evacuated the surrounding buildings, got everyone else out of the way when an explosion occurred.
And took the life of one of the city's finest. A piece of debris hitting Battalion Chief Michael Fahey, a 17-year veteran of the fire department and father of 3. At least 20 others were injured, including police officers. All are expected to recover. Police had been investigating the building as a possible marijuana drug lab. Authorities suspect an alternate source of gas as a possible cause of the deadly explosion.
And Gio Benina is with us live tonight. And Gio, what more do we know about this arrest tonight?
Well, David, police say they've arrested a 34-year-old man who they say was seen running from that house right before the explosion. They're calling him a person of interest, David.
Gio Benina is with us tonight. Thank you, Gio. Next to the wildfires and the floods and a new storm system moving east, going to bring a lot of rain. But first from California, new evacuations ahead of a fast-moving wildfire, a fierce battle from the air above the mountains near San Jose tonight. More than 500 firefighters battling it on the ground, the fight to save hundreds of homes that are now under threat. ABC's Kana Whitworth is on the fire lines tonight.
Tonight, the Santa Cruz Mountains ablaze. With 300-foot flames, the fast-moving Loma fire already destroying one home. And with more structures threatened, Michael Ciceri, one of hundreds told to evacuate.
We grabbed a few days' worth of clothes. That's all we got.
Firefighters also battling to save these horses trapped by fire. The blaze exploding to more than 1,500 acres in just hours, threatening local radio and television towers.
As this fire started and started moving throughout the canyon, it moved fast, up steep terrain into rough terrain.
More than 500 firefighters battle on the ground in record-breaking triple-digit heat as DC-10s overhead bring a relentless assault from the air, hoping to gain an upper hand.
The wind here is extremely erratic. You can see how it's blowing that ash in every direction. Firefighters are telling us this fire will continue to grow until the winds die down. David?
Kana Whitworth on the scene for us. Kana, thank you. And to the flooding emergency tonight, the river reaching a near record high in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. More than 10,000 people forced from their homes. That high water mark is expected to hold tonight. Cities now downstream under threat. And tonight, a new rainmaker is moving toward much of the east. Meteorologist Rob Marciano is in Cedar Rapids tracking it all. Rob?
David, it was a dry day here in Iowa, and they will take it in Cedar Rapids, where the river behind me is cresting right now at its second highest level on record. As for other rivers, the Wapsie going to crest on Thursday, and some flooding this weekend for the Mississippi. As for the big weather pattern, a big rain event expected for the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, 2 to 5 inches Thursday and Friday. Big cities like Philly and D.C. will get it. And the California fire zone not going to get rain, but thankfully tomorrow the winds and the heat will ease. David?
Rob Marciano with us again tonight. Rob, thanks. Overseas tonight into a powerful typhoon making a direct hit on Taiwan. Monster waves from Typhoon Maggie are slamming ashore. The Category 4 storm is playing for at least 4 deaths, hundreds of injuries already. More than 30 inches of rain, winds over 130 miles per hour, and tonight nearly 3 million homes and businesses are without power. This is the 4th typhoon to hit Taiwan this season. Back here at home tonight and to Charlotte, North Carolina, and to a very emotional plea from a 9-year-old girl after that deadly police shooting.
Keith, don't you do it!
This was the video released by the family. Keith Scott shot by an officer 1 week ago. And tonight, the story here of that little girl and her plea being heard by an entire city. Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim.
I come here today to talk about how I feel.
Little 9-year-old Ziana Oliphant taking the podium before the cameras in Charlotte City Council with some help from her brother and encouragement from a crowd.
Don't stop the clock.
Eager to hear her words.
We are black people and we shouldn't have to feel like this. We shouldn't have to protest because y'all are treating us wrong. We do this because we need to and have rights.
Ziana quieting that room with a simple message.
Our fathers and mothers are killed and we can't even see them anymore.
That's right.
It's a shame that we have to go to the graveyard and bury them. And we have tears and we shouldn't have tears. We need our fathers and mothers to be by our side.
The little girl stepping down from that podium into a warm embrace.
David, this is still a city very much on edge. Right now, a suspicious package at police headquarters forcing an evacuation, shutting down a part of Charlotte tonight. David?
But that brave little girl overnight, Eva Pilgrim with us again from Charlotte. Eva, thank you. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday. The medical headline this evening, the newborn baby with 3 parents. What's behind the breakthrough? Is it a medical miracle? Science gone too far? We want to know what you think coming up. Also, new details about the death of that Major League star killed in a boat accident. Tonight here, the final text messages sent just before the accident. And stay tuned, the mission to Mars and the new plan unveiled to colonize the red planet. How soon could it happen? How much will it cost? Taking off from